Well, everyone, iOS 16 is going to be the next big version of iOS that Apple supports probably in the June timeframe. That's typically when WWDC is out. And in my opinion, I do think iOS 16 is going to be a pretty big update. Now, Apple hasn't actually made a really big update since iOS 14. But before that, it was about that iOS 11 timeframe where Apple actually went ahead and pushed a lot of features into that, next version of software. Now, I think iOS 15 was probably the smallest version of software Apple has ever made. I think it was very, very small in terms of the updates that it brought, but also I really think it was way more buggy than a lot of people were expecting, including myself. So because of that, I think Apple has to make iOS 16 pretty much that big update, especially when you consider the landscape. So before we get into any features or anything like that, I have seen Apple pretty much delay so many updates on iOS 15. Currently, we are getting a lot of updates now, like 15.2.1, 15.3, and 15.3.1. Those are coming at a really good pace. But for the first several months, we didn't really get anything. There was just like one update every month or every other month. It was very annoying. Lots of betas, but for some reason, no official versions, which was very weird for as buggy of a software this is. But I do think that Apple is probably, using most of those resources to focus in on iOS 16. I do think because even Apple knows that update was very lackluster, there wasn't anything that even happened with it. I think Apple is going to really make iOS 16 that big massive version of software that's going to be another big change. We could be seeing things like an always on display. I have been hearing that for so many years, so I don't think that's going to happen. Even less likely, split screen multitasking. It's already on the iPads. I wish it could just be brought onto the the iPhones. But a big thing to keep in mind, and this is so massive, other manufacturers, we have never been in a situation like this until I think ever. Apple has a lot of competition now. We look at the Google Pixel lineup, we look at Samsung, even if we look at Microsoft, Apple is kind of in a situation where their number one feature set, which was their software, is kind of being overshined by some other manufacturers. Samsung has now just increased their support of their phones by an extra year. Google did it for their Pixel 6 as well. So now we're getting almost the same type of software longevity on something like a Samsung Galaxy as we're getting on something like an iPhone. Now iOS is still, I think, better when you look at the 6S that's still supported, but Apple has a lot more competition now. And with Microsoft now taking jabs at Apple about sideloading your applications in an open app store, this makes me think that Apple is really going to go ahead and focus in and improve the iOS software as a whole. That way, a lot more people will be persuaded over to stay on iOS or to switch over to iOS. If you get a Samsung Galaxy S22 now, you're probably going to last as long as something like an iPhone 14 or iPhone 13. Give or take maybe a year or two, but by then most people are going to switch anyway. It's not like it was like, a couple of years ago where it was like 2 versions of Android and that's it. Now we're getting 4 years and an extra year of software updates. Same thing with the Pixel almost. So I'll be curious to see what Apple does with iOS 16, but I think it will have to be amazing in order for people to actually stick with this version of software. So that pretty much covers it. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.